10,500 foreign criminals in our jails. 17,000 people are in prison awaiting trial. Combined, these two groups make up roughly a third of the prison population. The sensible step forward would obviously be to introduce emergency measures to expedite deportations and get the courts sitting around the clock. If the Justice Secretary chose to do that, we would support her. But so far, she hasn't. She's refused to take the judiciary up on their offer of extra sitting court days. It's not uncommon for as many as half the courts at the Old Bailey to sit empty on any given day. Instead, she's decided to let out early criminals who reoffend or breach their license. There is now no punishment or deterrent for criminals who immediately reoffend or cheat the system. The Justice Secretary says these people will be, and I quote, in prison outside of prison. Well, I'm sure hardened criminals will be quaking in their boots at that farcical double-speak. There's no two ways about it. This decision has put the public in danger and victims in jeopardy. The Domestic Abuse Commissioner, Nicole Jacobs, has said she cannot stress the lack of consideration for victims' safety and how many lives are being put in danger. Is the Justice Secretary or her minister really telling victims of domestic abuse that their abusers will be back on the streets in just 28 days if they've breached their license, and that nobody will even check with the parole board? Can the minister explain to the House who is exempted from this scheme? Because right now, confusion reigns. Yesterday, the Justice Secretary gave the impression no domestic abusers or sexual offenders would be eligible for her scheme. But her department has since said they will include many, but not all. The written ministerial statement laid yesterday deliberately concealed the answer to which criminals will be excluded. Will the minister take this opportunity now to tell the House? And if he doesn't know the answer, will he commit to publishing it by the end of the day? And lastly, can the minister confirm to the House that anyone in breach of a restraining order will be ineligible for a fixed-term recall, because anything else would be an insult to the victims?
Minister.
Now the best you... Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Since taking office, we've deported over 1,800 foreign national offenders in custody, securing their early removal from our prisons 15% higher than in the previous 12 months. We will, and on the issue of court sittings, we have just announced that 110,000, the highest level of court sittings for a very, very long time. We will exclude, in answer to the Right Honourable Gentleman's precise questions, we'll exclude anyone serving more than 4 years in prison, all those convicted of a terrorist or national security crime, those who are subject to higher levels of risk management by multiple agencies, where the police, prisons and probation services work together, which includes certain sexual and violent offenders, including many domestic abusers. If there are ongoing concerns about the risk posed by an offender due to be released after the 28-day period, frontline workers can apply additional licence conditions to manage this. If further information related to an offender's risk is received after they have been recalled, which means they are no longer considered suitable for fixed-term recall, then they may be detained for longer on a standard recall if assessed necessary by the HMPPS Public Protection Team. We know how important it is that victims are kept informed, and all those eligible for the Victim Contact Scheme will be notified about an offender's release and will have the opportunity to make representations about victim-related licence conditions. Whilst there are certain exclusions for serious offenders, changing recall to fixed term for offenders is necessary. The thing that would be even worse, is running out of space, which at this stage would mean the managed breakdown of the criminal justice system, which the Lord Chancellor said quite rightly would be unconscionable. And no government should leave that challenge as a legacy to the incoming government, like his government did.